New Orleans does have a three-way competition as the backup quarterback spot is still up for grabs, but one player is facing two battles. Jake Haener has a rare form of skin cancer. David, we're just past the halfway mark on the year. What are your thoughts about the team so far?
I think we've done a really good job from a coaching perspective of utilizing the pieces.
Saints quarterback Derek Carr has arguably his worst experience in the Dome since coming to New Orleans. Carr suffers his third game-ending injury in 2023.
But they said the bulk instead happens when the catcher steps in front of the bag or on the side of it before the batter moves. But you see, he's not in front of the bag. His foot's on the right, and the batter steps out of the batter's box for his teammate to try to steal home.
Let's bring in my partner, Jared Joseph, real quick for a prediction on Sunday. Do the Saints win?
I think they do, simply because it would be the most New Orleans Saints thing to do, is to play your best football in the back end of the season when you no longer have a chance to make the playoffs while you're busy watching the Bucs take the division out of your hands. The Patriots' 19-point win means head coach J.T. Curtis now ties the all-time wins record for a high school football head coach, not in Louisiana, but in the entire country.
You know, I think that you missed a school on your AP poll there. I think you missed someone. I think it was Ole Miss, maybe?
Who talking to me? You're talking to me? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Before we talk about anything else, I want to give you a quick list. 1 injured shoulder, 2 concussions, and 3 fractured ribs. Those break down what Derek Carr went through during his first year in the black and gold, alongside 31 sacks.
Kurt, I just want to talk to you for a second. I want to see how you're doing. You know, the Cowboys lost against the Green Bay Packers in very interesting fashion, and I just feel you should don this and
Was
just
this a
Saints
bet?
and Cowboys out of the playoffs. I have no one to cheer for.
Now, we will see if wearing black to your own funeral is the right or wrong move, with a eulogy possibly loading up in about an hour. Covering the New Orleans Pelicans live in the Smoothie King Center. Ed, back to you.
Jared Paul Joseph, a veritable fountain of optimism at the Smoothie King Center.
Well, another day, another headline for the black and gold offense. After downplaying his absence during OTAs on Tuesday.
Just because I'm not here don't mean I'm not working. I'm doing what I got to do. During the offseason, I don't look at nothing football related, so what's the noise? Was I here last year?
Saints running back Alvin Kamara intentionally leaves the black and gold facility before the final day of mandatory minicamp kicks off. And although the running back is reportedly gone due to contract negotiations, quarterback Derek Carr is both minding his pockets.
My dad always taught me don't put your hand in another man's pocket.
And praising what AK-41 means to the offense.
There was a play last year where I handed him the ball, and I remember I was like, well, that's not open. There's a hole, but I don't know. And I turned around, and he hit an explosive burst that I've never seen before. And when he showed up, I mean, you hand him the ball, and it just feels different. You know, he's been blessed. God blessed him with those first 3 steps. They're just different than everybody else.
Now, while the 8-year NFL veteran only practices twice in the last month, both Carr and first-year offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak highlight how the offense has progressed in both OTAs and minicamp.
Our guys did a great job of taking in a lot of information, going and putting it on the grass. Coach Allen gave us a lot of meeting time to get it installed, so I'm pleased with where we're at, and I've seen improvement, you know, in the competitive periods when, you know, the ones go out there and they, you know, move the ball down the field. That's a good start, but we get to training camp, we put pads on. Guys that maybe you didn't notice here the last couple of weeks, they're going to start showing up, and the other way around too.
Clint threw everything at us. They made it really, really difficult on our guys. And, you know, for some guys, this is the first time they've had to be in the NFL and learn a new system. Doing the stuff it takes to win. I saw our guys doing that. When you see that happening, and then you see the results happening in practice against an amazing defense, you know, that to me just bodes confidence for our guys that we're on the right track.
The biggest element the new offensive staff is harping on is perfection. And Kubiak and company are making sure everybody from Carr on down is getting every single detail correct.
No one gets a pass. I've completed a ball, and like Clint's like, nope, I need it quicker. That urgency, that intensity. Like, yeah, it was a great play, and we could have all just high-fived and be like, yeah, awesome. He's like, no, quick. He's pushing me all the time to just try and be perfect. And when he does that to me, it opens the door for everyone in the room to be like, oh, shoot, I better be on my stuff. If the quarterback's getting it, then I know everybody's got to get it.
Your footwork, your hand placement, your eyes, your alignment, to the communication, all of those things matter. All the details matter. You don't get to pick which ones do. So they do a good job of staying on top of those things.
But the new offense's real test will happen in about 40 days when the black and gold begin training camp in Irvine, California. Covering the New Orleans Saints in Metairie, Jared Paul Joseph, WGNO Sports. Saints defensive end Carl Granderson has 1 goal in 2024, getting after the quarterback even more than his career-high 8.5 sacks last year. To achieve his goal, though, the 5-year NFL veteran is switching things up in the kitchen.
We are here with Saints defensive end Carl Granderson and his chef Ash. Thank you for joining us. Now we appreciate the opportunity for allowing us to come into your home. Please tell me first off, Carl, how hungry are you right now?
Man, I'm super hungry. I haven't ate all day. Today was media day, so I'm just waiting on lunch.
Monday's lunch includes salmon, rice, and vegetables. But Chef Ash does more than provide food for the black and gold big man.
Just any needs, paper towels, the little things that matters, to save me time because I'm out there working and I be tired after work.
If Carl needs something for the store, I don't mind picking it up. If he mentions something to me like he's about to take a nap, have to be up in another hour, it's nothing for me to knock on the door, text him and say, hey, wake up and stuff like that. But those little things, just being a genuine person goes a long way. And what you put out into the universe, you get back. So I've been definitely blessed.
Chef Ash's blessings, though, began during a time of mourning. Back on December 29th, 2023, Ash's brother and Salmon alum Malcolm Pichon passes away. And the late La Tech Bulldog has been with Ash since the beginning.
So he was part of the journey when it came to catering as well?
Oh, for sure.
Defensive end?
Yeah, he was a nose guard.
Oh, okay. So it felt really full circle that started with a D lineman, now you have a D lineman as your first.
For sure, yeah, that's why I said my brother, even though he's gone, his spirit is still with me because essentially he built me up to be able to do this.
Ash's first NFL client is former #1 overall pick Jadeveon Clowney. After also prepping food for the Dirty Birds, the chef has cooked for Pelicans guard Jose Alvarado. Now, the Slidell native is experiencing a first, cooking food for a football player on her hometown team.
And how much did that feel for you that although there was a grieving moment that was happening, you were also given a blessing to be able to cater to somebody on your NFL team?
It's been great because I know it's nothing but my brother and God in this, just even with you guys being here, just, every opportunity that's came about since I decided to come back and stay home has been, I know it's my brother.
The chef now treats Granderson as her little brother, and as much as the Saints pass rusher talks about his expectations, Ash reciprocates with Granderson's play on the field.
Going forward, how much are you going to say, hey, look, I gave you that food, I'm going to need 2-3 sacks this game?
Trust me. Just like he come in the kitchen sometimes and tells me, oh, Ash, you not doing this right. I told him I need a pass on the field so I can go and let him know, hey, you missed that tackle.
Now, Granderson is coming off a career-high 78 tackles last year, and as the D lineman looks to improve his numbers even higher, the pass rusher can already feel Ash's food working throughout the offseason.
It's been a good investment to have a personal chef going into the season and going into the year, so the off season I've been seeing how my body changed. It's all muscle too, so I'm not just eating, juicing, green juices, watermelon juices, smoothies. So she got a right plan, and I'm excited for this season.
Granderson currently weighs 283 pounds. And to answer your question, yes, the juices do taste good.
Sweet baby Jesus, that's good.
But there is one thing Chef Ash has to answer for.
So why on your Instagram do we see pictures of you in a Falcons jersey next to young Jeezy?
Hey, money talks.
Covering the New Orleans Saints in Metairie, Jared Paul Joseph, WGNO Sports.
Coach, with respect to the difficult outcome tonight, but with the rumors circulating today about a specific job opening, what do you have to say about your future in Aggieland?
I think it's pretty selfish of you to ask me that question, to be honest with you. I left my family to be the coach at Texas A&M. I took the job at Texas A&M to never take another job again. That hasn't changed in my mind. I gave up a big part of my life to come take this job, and I've poured every ounce of my soul in this job, and I've given this job every single ounce I can possibly give it. It's right that.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. Just one day after former Tulane assistant Jim Schlossnagle adamantly states the Aggie skipper is staying in Aggie, reports say otherwise. Tuesday afternoon, as 24/7 Sports' Chip Brown first reports, Schlossnagle is turning in his maroon colors for burnt orange. The Texas A&M skipper is reportedly heading west to Austin and taking over the Texas baseball program. Ironically, Schlossnagle's Aggies are part of why the Longhorn season ends in the regionals. Texas A&M beats Texas 4-2 in an 11-inning matchup before the Raging Cajuns finish the job the following game. Now, Texas A&M has reached the College World Series twice under Schlossnagle, and 2024 marks the team's deepest run. But, Coach, just a thought, Say no comment next time. Come on, man. Speaking of skippers leaving town, Nichols has found a replacement after Mike Silva leaves the Colonels for Arkansas State. Thibodeau will welcome LSU Baseball Director of Operations Brent Haring as Nichols' next head coach. The Colonels are the first collegiate team Haring is taking over. His only previous head coaching experience is with the American Samoa national team. And from the diamond to the gridiron, the Saints defense is looking to redeem itself in several ways heading into 2024. But the main area of focus should be rushing the passer after the Black and Gold have their lowest sack total in 7 years. The Saints sack opposing quarterbacks only 34 times during the 2023 season, which is the team's lowest total since 2016. But both health and playing complementary football are two areas head coach Dennis Allen points to in order to solve the pass rush problem.
Probably the biggest thing is we didn't finish at the quarterback as well last year as maybe we've done in the past. And I think getting a little more speed, a little more athleticism, that's one of the reasons why we brought Chase Young on board. If we can keep Peyton Turner healthy, if Isaiah Foskey can come on like I think he's got a shot to, it gives you probably more options to go and rush the passer. And so part of that is being able to be in waves, keeping guys fresh. And part of it is, hey, let's get out to a 2-score lead where we're able to just rush the passer.
Rushing the quarterback is not the pass rush's main issue, though. New Orleans' struggles against dual-threat QBs highlights many of the team's 2023 losses. And with Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, and Patrick Mahomes on this year's schedule, containing signal callers who can tuck and run is another area the defensive line is emphasizing.
When we come in on the Monday meetings, look at what we kind of allowed, and there'll be chunk plays. Like we always have great defense, and then a quarterback will scramble for like 50 yards, and then that'll make our rushing totals skew. That's kind of where our leadership's mind is at, and just the whole defense as a unit mind is at, is to eliminate, those mess-up plays.
Last year, we struggled a little bit on the run defense. That's where it all starts off. We got to stop them up front, stop the run, be the top run stopper in the league, and then we're going to get more opportunities to pass rush.
Run defense is the weakest link from the Saints' 2023 performance. The team ends last year 22nd in the NFL in rushing yards allowed. But the Black and Gold Big Uglies need to be healthy for the trenches to have a bounce-back performance. Chase Young and Cam Jordan are still rehabbing. Peyton Turner has a history of health struggles, and Tano Passigno has a torn Achilles to wrap up the laundry list of injuries, meaning players like defensive end Isaiah Foskey must step up in 2024.
I think the biggest thing for him is to cut it loose. Just go cut it loose and go play. He's going to make some mistakes. Quit trying to be right all the time and just go play the game of football. And then once you do that, then we can help you make some better decisions as you're out there on the field.
I definitely was a little hesitant looking back from last year, and I feel like that was just me just trying not to make a mistake, but now I'm just pretty much going full speed. Playing free, just playing with confidence, playing with that little swagger. And I feel like that's why I finally got back throughout this OTAs.
Now, no one from the Saints' 2023 squad finishes the year with double digits in quarterback takedowns. Carl Grandison leads the team with 8.5 sacks total last year, Kurt and Susie.
All right, hoping for big things from the defense.